Hey everybody, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Queen of Swords. The second card is Knight of Wands and the Devil. All right. I feel like you get a choice here. Because the Knight of Wands is between Queen of Swords and the Devil feels like going into something that if you were to think this through fully, you may not necessarily want to go in that direction. However, you have the option to lean more towards the energy of the Queen of Swords, which can mean that there's more of a sense of awareness with where it is that you're channeling your energy. It can be the difference between using your Knight of Wands energy for something that you feel like there's a deliberate awareness of, and you can be, I think, like fully in control of the move that you make, what that's going to do, where that's going to go, and you sort of directing that, versus moving towards the energy of the Devil, which can mean like really getting caught up in something that ends up ultimately sidetracking you. Leaving it up to chance, we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have Eight of Wands. So with Wheel of Fortune, it speaks about fated changes, events that happen. Kind of feels like a press go more than anything to me. With the Eight of Wands, it shows a shift and then very quick movement into the completion of a chapter. We have the World. So this means something is finishing up. Hello. Okay. Hi. Do you want to come up here? You want to come up here? You're just saying hi. You can come up. Okay. Hi. O says hello to everybody. How you doing, sweet pea? Yeah, you want to come sit? You can come sit with me. You can come sit with me. You want to come sit? So, hi. So we have the Queen of Swords, and I'm also looking at King of Wands, and I'm seeing Four of Cups. When we have King of Wands and we have Four of Cups, this can be a feeling where the King of Cups, the King of Wands is that part of us that feels generally ready and inspired and willing to take action and wanting to, but having that Four of Cups can be like not really feeling that right now. So rather than feeling like you have high energy and you're ready to do something and sort of take on the world, Four of Cups can be feeling like you've lost that inspiration, or like you can be having a hard time getting in touch with that. Now, why is this? Why would this be? I'm seeing the Devil above the I'm seeing the Devil above the Four of Cups. So basically what this can be saying is that the Devil is going to be something that can be pushing you to take action in a way that maybe is feeling uninspiring to you. The Devil is something that can be forcing you to work or to do something, but from a place of fear, not from a place of inspiration. And then it's like, no wonder why you wouldn't feel inspired. It can be like the difference between doing something because you feel inspired versus doing something solely for results. So that it feels like it takes away the joy of the process. You can look into what's motivating you. Also too, if you've been caught up with something, it can be draining you as well, and you want to look into it. It's going to be something fear-based. It will be something fear-driven that's connected with this. The devil is connected with Capricorn, so it can be anywhere where you're pushing yourself past your limit and it's unnatural to be doing that. But it can be like results, materialization, something. And it can really be taking your energy and capsizing it. Because the part of you that is the Knight of Wands, that is like naturally existing energy and inspiration within you that wants to channel it. But when it's being given to the devil, it feels like it takes the fun out of things. It takes the inspiration out of things. It takes the joy out of things. And then no wonder you don't want to do things. Like no wonder you can be feeling drained. No wonder there may be something here that you're looking at where you're like, I want nothing to do with it. Or maybe even too, this can be engaging in something that like goes maybe at an unnatural pace, or there's something like distorted about it, and then when things aren't really matching that, it feels like being disinterested. It's like it feels like maybe not, for some of you it can be like not getting a dopamine rush from something. It will be something like a dopamine rush anyway, even if it's not specifically that. That's kind of what this feels like. Like with the devil, it's like you can only be happy if this is happening or if something is extra or distorted. And then it feels like with the Four of Cups being like, I'm tired, but you can feel really like you're tied to this. And for those of you that it's less about the dopamine rush, because this can be kind of feeling less than what you would normally feel. For those of you, this can just take the joy out of a process because it's become about something other than the process, and there's so much of a focus. That's not to say that you can't be like knowing that something is going to result in a certain way or have an idea or an expectation of it, but it's like when it becomes solely about what's materializing and not about the journey anymore, it takes something out of that that's meant to be part of the process, that is an inspiring part of the process, the fueling part of the process. And all for what? I'm seeing Ten of Cups landing at the feet of King of Wands. This is a part of you that you want to do things out of joy, from a place of joy, from a place of love. And that is something sustainable when that's what's motivating you. So what is the devil representing for you? If it's not happiness and joy, what is it that the devil is using to motivate you? If it's not happiness, joy, inspiration, inner peace, those things, how is the devil sort of controlling your movements here? I am seeing that you're going to get through this. We are ending with the Chariot. This feels like making the choice to move in the direction of what you feel truly is sustainable. Needing to take action here, being in the place to do it. I do feel like you've accomplished something, you've achieved something. And it feels too like unleashing this part of yourself that really wants to be using your energy for things that bring joy and happiness into your life, for doing just things that feel inspiring to you, things that feel exciting to you, things that feel peaceful to you. It's doing those things that will inspire and support those types of feelings and experiences within you. And that is how you get moving. That is how things move forward and move at the pace that they're supposed to, rather than feeling like you're just barely scraping by and you're doing so in a way that maybe you don't like or don't enjoy. Because this is something that can have you feeling maybe not even excited about change and growth and inspiration, not wanting to take things on because it just feels like this process has become diluted somehow. Devil and Eight of Pentacles feels to me like sort of getting stuck in a bit of a rut here. It's not to say that you're not putting work in. There's a lot of work, but it can be to the point where it's become just too much. And maybe for the wrong reasons, I feel. because it's not even so much about the amount. It feels more like it's about checking in with what's motivating you to make the moves that you're making. Is this just being totally focused on the outcome and what's happening, or do you have really joy that's infused in the emotions that you're going through? And I feel like that's what takes all of the blocks out of the way. That's what gives you the clear path ahead. That's what brings your inspiration back. I do get this sense of like you can look around you and maybe feel like materially maybe things are good, because I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles here. So this can be like I'm achieving these end results, like I'm achieving the ends that I want to be achieving, but why am I not feeling happy, or why am I not feeling fulfilled, or why am I not feeling inspired, or why am I feeling so drained by this, or why am I feeling like I'm just doing this out of duty and obligation and not because I really want to be doing this. This isn't coming from a place of love within me and sitting with that. So it's like maybe you have that end result of something, but you're just looking at it and it feels like very tied to not feelings of joy and happiness, because you didn't feel that way when you were doing the things that you were doing. Not feeling at peace because you didn't feel at peace when you were going through this process. Like doing it with that, you know, like it's like the energy that you put into something is going to be cultivated and contained within the end result of that. So if you can do something from a place of joy within your heart, the end results will be connected with that. It will carry the vibration of that. But if you're doing something from a place of fear, if you're doing something from a place of hoarding, from a place of pushing beyond your limits, from a place of obligation rather than inspiration, and it's totally misaligned, you will feel that. So you can be sitting there being like, I have the 10 of Pentacles, but what's that mean to you? And so this can be like another lesson from Saturn saying the results aren't everything. The means are very important, and I feel like that's being highlighted. Will you allow yourself to go in the direction that your heart guides you in, that your soul guides you in? That is when you move and feel like nothing is getting in your way anymore, because you're on track and you're in alignment. There can be a part of you that maybe feels disinterested in change. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune there, so it shows that things can shift. But that Four of Cups can be a part of you that doesn't feel, is kind of disinterested, but I see it's because the devil is looming over your head. So it's something that has to be broken down. The devil is like something that contains you, where you're not meant to be contained, and then feeling like it drains your life force, basically. That's what this is feeling like. Seeing the devil be clarified by Four of Pentacles, which is just this holding on, not wanting to budge, like wanting things to be this particular way, and it feels like not letting the cosmic interplay be involved. Wow, Four of Pentacles and Three of Swords. Interesting. Four of Pentacles feels kind of like a perturbed energy to me. So having the devil be characterized as this, it can be holding on to things, definitely not coming from a place of trust, wanting to control, wanting it to be specifically your way because there's a lack of trust in I think the process, if you were to sort of trust the universe and spirit with this process, and all the Four of Pentacles comes from is Three of Swords, which is pain that has not been fully healed. That holding on so tightly, that inflexibility comes from pain. That's what motivates it. And so, of course, the devil's going to be able to latch onto the fear associated with this, wanting to avoid pain. But that's also assuming, too, that if you allow the universe to co-create, to co-steer with you, that it's going to take you somewhere that won't be good, when that's not actually the case. Just feels like not fully trusting, which is something that you can get more into exploring through this. Looking at the things that catch you up, looking at the things that bring up fear and anxiety for you, diving into it and taking a closer look and seeing what powers that. And the change that happens when these are things that you take in and are learning from, and how you move into completing these cycles. I feel too like you're going through a process that if the devil wasn't involved, I feel like you'd be good with what's going on. It just feels like needing to get to the bottom of it so you can feel like you're pursuing your joy again, pursuing your sense of connection, the stuff that sort of has you feeling like you're breathing life in, especially from your heart. The devil can be the part of us that we want to control, and because of that we can feel not open to the Wheel of Fortune. When the Wheel of Fortune wants to bless you, it wants to gift you, it wants to give you things. So you can be blocking yourself actually from blessings by being like, it has to be like this and I have to control it. I don't really trust what's going on. It just feels like a break or a disconnect, and figuring out what that is that's going on and then reconnecting so we can get moving. You can look to Saturn. That can maybe indicate what some of this is about. I'm seeing Jupiter and I'm seeing Saturn here, and we also have Cancer and Capricorn, which is funny because I have been seeing in certain readings like both of these energies. I have been seeing in some of the readings just the axis point, because Cancer and Capricorn are opposites. They're opposing one another. I've been seeing sometimes in the readings, specifically I saw this combination I think yesterday, maybe just the two of them. It's going to be the axis point. So maybe wherever that is within your chart, that can be something that you take a closer look at too. Can indicate where this is happening for you. Or it can just be your 10th and 4th house. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.